the simplest and tastiest ever premium corn-fed chicken grill. This dish is extremely simple. You need only 2 ingredients, chicken meat and liquid SHIO KOJI. That's it. These chicken are corn-fed. That's why their color is slightly yellowish. Of course, you can use any type of chicken meat or other types of meat if you prefer, such as pork, beef, or lamb. But among all the other meats that our master chef has tried, this premium corn-fed chicken turned out to be the best match for this extremely simple recipe. What's extraordinary about this dish is the beautiful glaze of the chicken and the unique aroma and sweetness of the corn-fed chicken meat, which is enhanced by marinating it with liquid SHIO KOJI. This is the perfect dish for a barbecue party, dinner party, or even your everyday supper. All you need to do is marinate the meat anywhere from a few hours to a whole day before cooking and grilling it to perfection. Again, you can use any other type of meat if your preference is not corn-fed chicken. Marinate. After removing bones and any feathers remaining from the chicken, that's if there are any, repeatedly pierce the skin with a fork, like this. Start by piercing the thighs as its texture is quite firm. Note, it's best to get rid of the tendons as they are quite chewy. Make sure that you pierce the thicker parts of the meat well. Put the chicken in any kind of food storage bag that is strong enough to hold liquid. Check the weight of the chicken meat and then add liquid SHIO KOJI so it's 10% of the weight of the meat. For example, this chicken weighs about 200 grams, as you can see here. Therefore, you would add 20 grams of liquid SHIO KOJI. Marinating duration. Marinating 1 to 2 hours is just enough to season it well. In other words, the absolute minimum. Our recommendation is to marinate the chicken for at least 5 to 6 hours, preferably overnight. Hey, if you want to marinate it for a few days, by all means. By marinating it overnight rather than just the 6 hours, the saltiness from the condiment gets milder, thus allowing the other flavors to easily infuse together, giving you a much tastier experience. This is the chicken that has just been marinated overnight. On the whole, when marinated, it has a caramelish color. You can easily see the difference when compared to this one, which has not been marinated. During the marinating process, enzymes from the rice koji degenerate the protein of the meat and create high levels, flavorings of umami and sugar. That right there is the most unique effect of using koji to marinate the meat. While classic condiments like soy sauce, other kinds of sauce, sake, wine, herbs, or oils give the meat flavor while not changing the composition of the meat itself, koji brings out the natural sugar and umami flavor. That's why marinating with only a single liquid is so favorable, because koji enzymes create an abundance of complex flavors and natural sweetness without adding any sugar. This liquid is so easy to use because it is clear in color and has no granules, unlike the traditional SHIO KOJI, which has granules like this. It's the absence of these granules which allows SHIO KOJI to mix beautifully with any ingredient. Grill. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. If there is liquid, like a little bit of blood remaining, make sure to wipe it off before grilling. Since this meat has little to no liquid, there's no need to wipe it down. This chicken is ready to go straight into the oven. Lay the pieces out skin side up and put it into your preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit and proceed to cook for about 10 minutes. Now, the cooking time depends on 2 variables. The larger the meat is, the longer it needs to stay in the oven. Some ovens have stronger heat than others, so make sure to keep an eye on it to avoid overcooking because we do not want to overcook the meat. It will get dry and lose its tastiness. The authentic and traditional Japanese way to grill a piece of fish or meat is to skewer it and grill it over the charcoal heat. But this time, we're simply cooking it in the oven. By the way, this marinated meat is perfect for barbecuing as well. Okay, 10 minutes is up. Let's check the meat. The chicken should be done. As you can see here, the meat looks even more delicious when it's nicely browned, where the edges are slightly crunchy and ever so slightly burnt. Can you see that even though we didn't add any sugar, the chicken fat and the natural sugars created by koji enzymes were beautifully caramelized on the surface? It smells incredible and tastes even better. Now that is saying something. Presentation. If you serve it with a knife and a fork, then you can serve the meat without cutting it. But if you choose to serve it with chopsticks, you should definitely cut it before serving. Cut the chicken. First, cut the chicken in half lengthwise, then cut it diagonally into pieces. Remember, you can keep the presentation simple. Here's a pro tip. Use a black plate. This creates a nice contrast. Bamboo leaves or any other green leaf adds an eye-catching green effect, setting the perfect stage for your meat. To add splashes of color to your dish, use other vibrant vegetables. One plate with several different colors is a simple technique to create a tantalizingly gorgeous, professional-looking dish. And there you have it. Can you believe that this beautifully grilled chicken is made with only one simple seasoning? You don't even need a sauce for this dish because it's so tasty as it is. Still can't believe it? Well, don't take our word for it. Give it a try and let the taste speak for itself.